Today on OC News.
A view behind the picket lines with CFA continuing to advocate for their wages and other benefits.
And the rise of opioid abuse in Orange County and how this is impacting families.
We're in for a storm with the next cycle of rain. What to be aware of on slippery roads.
All of this and more starting right now on OC News.
This just now in tech news. First responder on police.
There's been a lot of collaborative efforts.
I feel blessed to be here in Fullerton.
Brought to you by the broadcast journalism students at Cal State Fullerton.
OC News starts right now.
Hello and welcome to OC News. My name is Miranda Palmas.
And my name is Jenny Guzman. Thanks for joining us tonight.
1 week after the death of CSUF women's soccer player Lauren Turner, there is another tragedy affecting the Titan community. Last Friday, November 16th, Destiny Morris, a CSUF communication student, died at the age of 19. Morris was involved in the Zeta sorority and was a member of the Titan dance team. Details surrounding her death have not yet been released. There will be a moment of silence before the men's basketball game on December 4th.
The union coalition took to the chancellor's office in Long Beach to advocate for their wages and bargaining agreement. Reporter Kabir Kansara has more on the story.
Beating drums and colorful signs filled the air in Long Beach as a collection of union workers from the CSU system rallied to protest against Chancellor Mildred Garcia. The budget accountability rally occurred at the CSU Chancellor's office at 8:30 a.m., at the same time as the CSU Board of Trustees meeting. The rally focused on fulfilling the payment of step salaries. Faculty and staff from Cal State Fullerton also made their way over to the office to voice their concerns.
I think it's right for anybody to hold any type of money back from, especially us workers, that rely on that money. We had an agreement on a STEP program, and right now they're not honoring that.
The Office of the Chancellor had initially agreed on these salary steps, but had to defer because of budget cuts. They now want to pay members a one-time bonus instead of base building salaries. Union members feel scorned because they feel the money isn't being prioritized properly.
My biggest thing and my biggest fuss is that the CSU just spent over $17 million on ChatGPT. They could pay that. It was only, I believe, an 8 or 9 month subscription, but then they can't pay the workers to keep our students safe.
This comes after the rally that the CFA led back in September, in which they asked the CSU to bargain in good faith.
Similar to September, this rally featured members of the CFA, Teamsters Local 2010, Students for Quality Education, the CSU EU, and APC. Union members gathered on both sides of the building, socializing and eating as they waited for the rally to begin. Members of the union were able to address the Board of Trustees during public comment, receiving support as they left the building. The rally ran until the afternoon, circling the building while making their demands known. The union coalition is still fighting to have their agreements upheld, but is not giving up on their demands. Reporting in Long Beach, Kabir Kansara, OC News.
The opioid crisis is surging across the Orange County area. It is severely impacting countless lives. Fraz Manior gives us more insight on the situation.
Opioid abuse is on the rise in Orange County, leaving many casualties and families grieving. From lively streets to quiet neighborhoods, the impact is felt in every corner of the county.
Per capita, we tend to see some of the coast cities having a slightly higher rate. In Orange County as a whole, maps onto what we see across the state of California for larger counties. So we know that statewide, you typically see kind of northern and more rural counties having higher, for example, opioid-related overdose deaths. But Orange County maps the state level, prevalence rate there, along with other large counties like LA County, for example.
Experts say that the reason why opioid addiction is on the rise is due to the fact that there is a lack of open discussion regarding the harmful risks of taking opioids.
The main thing is the strength. Fentanyl is incredibly potent, much stronger than heroin or morphine. It's like 50 times stronger than heroin and 100 times stronger than morphine. So that means even a tiny amount can shut down someone's breathing.
A recent study from the OC Healthcare Agency reports that there have been a total of 407 fentanyl fatalities in 2024 alone. They say that as of 2025, numbers are still at an alarming high rate. If more people are informed of the harmful aspects of opioids, then Orange County will be that much closer of becoming cleansed of drug abuse. In Fullerton, Fraz Manyar for OC News.
Fullerton city leaders debated new regulations on nitrous oxide last night. Police say the canisters, often used at parties, are leading to noise, trash, and safety concerns. Sue Freyer has the story.
Last night, Fullerton City Council members looked at new ways to regulate nitrous oxide. After months of complaints from neighborhoods and local businesses,
I feel like a lot of young people are having health issues because of nitrous oxide. For example, one of my close friends does that every single day, and she has a lot of memory problems. She has a lot of stuttering issues.
At their meeting Tuesday night, council members reviewed a proposal that would tighten rules on who can sell nitrous oxide, how it's displayed, and when penalties kick in for misuse. Earlier this week, Fullerton leaders said this is just the first step in the proposal. With these new rules and regulations, nitrous oxide, also known as NOS, will have a new way to be sold and regulated.
Even if it feels harmless for them in the moment and they don't see the effects right away, they're risking their health and their future over having a temporary fun time, and that they need to think about all the long-term effects.
Inhaling NOS slows down your nervous system and induces a euphoric sensation. The side effects include low blood pressure, fainting, heart attack, hypoxia, and sudden death. If you or someone you know notices nitrous oxide being sold for recreational use in Fullerton, call the tip line at 714-834-3550. Reporting for OC News, I'm Suhaidi Freyer.
Coming up after a short commercial break, the Major League season is over, but the offseason doesn't mean rest for a local bat company.
And did you enjoy the rain over the weekend? Me neither. But I took a look into the storm and how it affects us all, especially when we drive.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut, the one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Even the mighty might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. But you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
I have a question about
Rain, rain, go away. The notorious rain is making another round over SoCal, and that means more slippery accidents on the way. But don't worry, I have you covered on how to stay dry from rainy accidents. Wet socks and drenched hair aren't the only issues we face during rainstorms. The unusual conditions cause slippery roads and poor visibility, making it difficult for many California drivers to navigate safely.
I definitely think the rain impacts me while I drive a lot just because it it causes the visibility to be kind of like blurry.
Experts like the Ledger law firm say that, quote, accident rates in Southern California jumped nearly 200% during the first significant rainfall, end quote, causing safety concerns among some drivers.
But I know a lot of people who do try to avoid the rain in general, like, oh, I hate driving in the rain, or I might not go out today because it's raining.
While avoiding the road entirely during rainy season is impossible for many, there are precautions drivers should take to reduce the risk of an accident. Making sure your car is serviced regularly is important, especially replacing windshield wipers and tires before they wear out. You can also check yourself by placing a penny with Lincoln's head into the thread. If you can see the top of his head, that means it's time for you to replace your tires before you hit the slippery roads. Puddles of water and wet grime can also cause the specific hazard of hydroplaning. Once tires lose friction with the roadway, a driver can lose control of the vehicle. Campus Police's recommendation for drivers who are hydroplaning is to let go of the gas, avoid pressing on the brakes, and don't steer into or out of a hydroplane. Instead, allow the vehicle to slow and naturally gain traction. If you have to commute in the rain, the best advice is to slow down and be patient, especially during peak traffic hours. Reporting for OC News, Jenny Guzman.
It looks like we're catching a break from all that rain. We take things over to Froz for the forecast check.
Thanks, Miranda. After a series of nonstop rain, we get a bit of a breather today with the clear, sunny skies. Let's take a look at what we have in store for today. Right now, we are sitting at a steady 62 degrees with 47 degrees following soon after this evening. The wind level right now is at 6 miles per hour, accompanied with humidity levels at 52%. We got a cool, sunny day for us today. Let's see how we'll fare for the rest of the week. It looks like we still got more rain on the way, as tomorrow we'll be facing moderate to heavy rain with 58 degrees at the highest and 49 degrees at the lowest. And the rain continues on to Friday with light to moderate rain levels with temperatures as high as 61 degrees and as low as 50 degrees. For Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, we're coming back to sunny skies with temperature levels ranging in the 50s to the high 60s. Next up, after a series of powerful storms, Mammoth Mountain and the town of Mammoth Lake are seeing a significant rise in snowfall. The high elevation areas of Mammoth Mountain are seen accumulating the most snow, while the lower slopes of Mammoth Lake are facing lower levels. Back-to-back storms have built up between 18 to 32 inches at the summit, while Mammoth Lake faces 3 to 6 inches in its town. Authorities are advising residents to prepare for slippery roads and for them to check live updates for any hazardous areas. If traveling, take caution as conditions are still unpredictable. That's it for today's forecast. Back to you guys at the desk.
Even though baseball season may be over, equipment production never stops, especially for baseball bats. Reporter Julian Vallejo will give us a look into how a local company has made its mark on Major League Baseball.
When you think of baseball bats, industry staples like Rawlings and Louisville Slugger come to mind. But one of the power hitters in the bat market is right in our own backyard in Fullerton. Founded in 2005, Trinity Bat Company built themselves from the ground up.
We started 20 years ago. I used to swing wood bats in adult league. There was a company here in Fullerton that was going out of business that was making wood bats. So I ended up taking their employees, and we started our own company then.
Even though their beginnings were humble, they found their big break with a local superstar at the time. Former Angels outfielder Vladimir Guerrero was the first professional player to approach the company to make his bats.
He broke a lot of bats. That guy would swing at everything. They start out in spring training with 24 bats, and then it's usually a dozen at a time.
Since then, multiple MLB talents have used Trinity bats, ranging from MVPs and All-Stars to utility players.
Currently, there's probably 5 or 6 in the major leagues, and then a lot of minor league guys, and then amateur market, so it's quite a few.
Trinity bats can be seen across all levels of baseball, from an amateur like myself all the way to the pro level. They make bats for any competition level, but it doesn't stop at just baseball.
One of Trinity Bat's biggest customers is In-N-Out, who they provide softball bats for during their annual slow pitch tournament. Speed has been the key to Trinity's success, cranking out bats from start to finish in quick intervals.
If I didn't have anything in here, I could probably do it in about 4 days.
With their track record, it's no question why Trinity Bats has become lumber of choice for big names in the market. For OC News, I'm Julian Vallejo.
Speaking of sports, let's move on from baseball and catch up with what Dane May has on football.
Thanks, Miranda. It's been a busy week in sports, but let's talk about a hot topic in college football right now, James Franklin. James Franklin coached at Penn State for 12 seasons. Well, let's say 11 with a lackluster 6-game effort to start this year, which ultimately led to his firing. Coming in as the number 2 ranked team in the country preseason, expectations were very high, and unfortunately, seems now they were unfairly high since his firing only a few weeks ago. A lot of different jobs have been drifting around the rumor mills. Would he turn to be an analyst or would he return to coaching? Well, 2 days ago, he chose to take the open job at Virginia Tech and was officially introduced today. Good luck to Coach Franklin, although he shouldn't need it unless he plays a ranked team. Then everyone, please send prayers. There was, in fact, football played Monday in Vegas between America's team, who hasn't won anything in the last decade, and the Las Vegas Raiders, who probably shouldn't be a team much longer. I'll be honest with you guys, this game was a complete snooze fest. The Raiders kicked a couple field goals early in the first quarter, and then didn't score until late when Geno Smith finally threw a touchdown to his own teammate. This game was all Cowboys, and an easy boost to their egos as they ran up and down the field all day. But again, not hard when the Raiders' defense is literal Swiss cheese. I think the most entertaining part of this game was George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb not playing the first drive. You know, because the Cowboys could expose the run. But I think the boys just got a little carried away at the craps table on Sunday night. Speaking of an abysmal Raiders defense, Shedeur Sanders has gotten the call to start against them for the Cleveland Browns on Sunday. If you think it should be a perfect time for Shedeur to start since they are playing the Raiders, you probably thought wrong. Everyone is to remember that he plays for an absolute dumpster fire of an organization and will be the 100th starting quarterback in the last 25 years. In all seriousness, the Browns fans have been looking for something or someone to cheer for since Baker Mayfield's playoff win in 2020. Sanders saw some action in last week's loss to the Ravens, but looked all over the place. Fingers are crossed that a full week of practice irons some of those issues out and allows him to get a fair shake. Yeah, I'm going to be honest. He's probably going to take multiple 20-yard sacks, and the Raiders are going to win by a million. But anyways, back to you guys at the desk.
Coming up, after a short commercial break, Diana Vilches has updates from the entertainment world as we approach award season.
And I had a chance to check out Brea Mall and its new decorations for the holiday season. Stay tuned.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies. Because when people are fed, futures are nourished. Everyone deserves to live a full life. And with your help, together we can end hunger. Join the movement at feedingamerica.org/act now.
Whether it's our stories, the warmth of our laugh, or our family's secret sauce, we all bring something different to the table. So make some space. The power of connection is waiting right outside your comfort zone. Learn how you can help strengthen your community at belongingbeginswithus.org/teamup.
Hate is loud. It gets clicks. It gets attention. Hate, however, is actually quite small. But love is the majority. Love fills our hearts, our lives, our everyday.
Coming up, we're diving into the Grammys' Best New Artist nominees. The only thing more unpredictable than this year's nominees is my dating life. Thankfully, we have Diana Vilches with entertainment. Take it away, Diana.
Thanks, Jenny. Let's hope you find a boyfriend just in time for the holiday season. Let's get into it, music lovers. The stage is set for the 2026 Grammys, where it's a vibrant mix of emerging talents for Best New Artist Award. This year's nominees include the soulful Olivia Dean, captivating listeners with their melodies. Also in the running is the dynamic girl group Cat's Eye and the Marias. TikTok sensation Addison Rae is known for her viral hits like Diet Pepsi and Fame is a Gun. And somber with his heartbreaking song, Back to Friends. Leon Thomas, another TikTok sensation, Alex Warren, and the genre-blending Lola Young, whose unique sound is making waves. Going back to Alex Warren, he was nominated in 2025 and again in 2026 Grammy song, Ordinary, dedicated to his wife for their wedding day. If that's not love, I don't know what is. Speaking of love, Kris Jenner was feeling the love celebrating her special day with her family and friends. Celebrating her 70th birthday with celebrities like Justin Bieber, Paris Hilton, Stevie Wonder, Beyonce, and more. Jeff Bezos hosted a $165 million mansion in Beverly Hills. The theme was a play on James Bond 007. The overall price of the 60th celebration is anywhere from $3.9 to $6.5 million. Let's just say Kris Jenner might be turning 70, but she looks like 27, practically 30. Going into another celebration, rapper Cardi B had given birth to her 4th child. Recently divorced as of July 2024 from her ex-husband Offset, her new lover is NFL player Stephon Diggs. Diggs is confirmed to be the father of the newborn baby girl. Cardi B made a statement, "I brought a new music and new album to the world, a baby in the world, and one more reason to be the best version of me. One more reason to love more than anything else or anyone else so I can continue to give the babies the love and the life that they deserve." How sweet and motivational is that? Congratulations to the lovely couple. November has been a month of multiple celebrations, hopefully more to come. That's all for entertainment. Passing it to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Diana. I visited Brea Mall where the holiday decorations are up, shoppers are on the hunt, and I actually ran into a very famous toy maker. Here's the story. The holiday shopping season is officially underway, and here at Brea Mall, the decorations are up, the stores are stocked, and shoppers are already getting into the spirit. With lights glowing and holiday music filling the halls, the countdown to Christmas has begun. With Black Friday deals starting early this year and shoppers coming to the mall with their families, there is still one tradition that continues to steal the spotlight. It's Santa's arrival from the North Pole, of course.
Well, it feels like it's only been a year. Wait, okay, it's been a year. And in that time, we've got new people to deliver to, even right here in Fullerton and the surrounding areas. New people, new neighbors, new friends to meet, and new chimneys to try and figure out how to get down.
Now that Santa's officially back at the mall, that means the holidays have started, and I'm ready. With holiday decorations lining up the mall and shoppers moving from store to store, a lot of people say they'd rather start the season in person than online. The energy, the visuals, and just being around other people makes the whole experience feel more special. For them, holiday shopping isn't just buying gifts, it's about soaking in the holiday atmosphere.
I prefer shopping in person because online you never know. I can't touch the material. I can't feel what I'm supposed to feel. And it doesn't excite me. The shopping online, it doesn't excite me. I'd rather come see all the beautiful decorations in the stores and everything in person.
With twinkling lights, busy shoppers, and Santa spreading cheer, it feels like the start of a real-life Christmas movie. Reporting for OC News, I'm Brenda Palmas.
So, I noticed you got to interview a special someone. What are you asking Santa for this holiday season?
I asked Santa for a new car because the one I have right now just has been giving me such bad luck. What would you ask him?
I kind of need a lot of things. I need a car, I want a new phone, maybe a gift card. H&M, I know they're opening up a new H&M store at the Brea Mall. What about you?
Yeah, I should have asked for way more things then.
Well, thank you guys for watching OC News. Our next show goes live in just a few moments. In the meantime, take a look at our social media at OC News, CSUF, and Titan TV, CSUF. My name is Jenny Guzman.
And my name is Miranda Pomez. My producer is Julian Vallejo, assistant producer Ariel Phillips, and all of us here at OC News, thank you for watching and have a good night.